Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let us learn data and AI from scratch. In this episode, I'm going to talk about my recommendations for those who are completely new to the world of data and AI and you want to learn about it or just educate yourself, whether you're a professional or you're learning about it for business purposes. I'm going to be sharing my knowledge around data and AI and what my recommendations are for those who are interested in it. So if you're interested in tech, data and AI, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. You're going to get a lot more content like that from me. The first thing I'm going to recommend for those who are interested in data is my data analytics guide. If you follow me on other of my channels, you must have heard me talk about this guide. I think it's a great place to kind of educate yourself on the entire data landscape. I wrote this based on my experience navigating this world of tech and data specifically. It touches on the different data roles, why you need analytics, data engineering, different things. It provides prompts that would help you build projects leveraging AI and different other things. There's just so many. It's packed with a lot of value. So I highly recommend that you check out the data analytics guide if you are interested in data. Now, I want you guys to understand that there are different levels when it comes to tech, data, and AI. Technology in itself is so broad. Then data in itself is so broad. AI in itself is also so very broad. So if you want to get into any of these fields, the first thing that I would recommend for you is to do your research. If you're a complete beginner, you have to do your research and figure out what part of tech you want to get into, what part of data you want to get into, what part of AI you want to get into. And I'm going to speak starting with tech, and then I'll go into data, and then I'll go into AI. Tech in itself is broad. There's network engineering, cybersecurity, AI and ML, DevOps. There's so many areas in technology that you can specialize in. So you need to do your research to figure out what you want, because there's so many things that you can actually do if you're interested in working in the technology space. For data specifically, if you choose data, there's analytics, there's data engineering, there's data architect, there's data scientist, different roles in the data space. Each one has its unique requirements based on what you want to do. If you want to do research in data, those are the people that maybe need a PhD to do like research. For data scientists, sometimes they require an advanced degree, not always, but sometimes it's a requirement. They're just different things that you can explore if you're interested in data. For AI, there is AI engineering, there are AI specialists, there are different roles in AI. So you really have to do your exploration, figure out exactly what you want to do, and then kind of start learning about it. There's governance, there are ethics, there are the engineers, there are the people who sell the technology. It's just a very broad space. So you really have to kind of narrow your knowledge down and figure out what you want in order for you to succeed. So I'm going to share like a bunch of resources in this video that's going to help you to just start, right? Because we're starting from scratch. If you're starting from scratch, first thing, you have to do that exploration to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do. Once you've done that exploration and you kind of know, okay, this is what I want to do, there's going to be different phases. There's the beginner phase, the intermediate phase, the advanced phase. For the beginner phases, you're someone who's taking beginner courses. You're introducing yourself. Let's say we use cloud as an example. You're introducing yourself to the cloud space, right? You're taking AWS Specialist Cloud certifications, Azure Specialist Cloud certifications, Google Cloud certifications, the introductory ones that kind of introduces you to the cloud. Now, there are the advanced ones where you kind of understand the cloud. Now you're building in the cloud. You're no longer just like understanding how to navigate the cloud. You're building. And so those are like more intermediate and advanced courses that you take. So as I recommend these resources for you to actually use to learn, I want you to also understand that you need to know where you are before you go ahead and take any of those courses. Because once you go on Udemy, once you go on Coursera, once you go on edX, once you go on Cloud Academy, and I'm going to list a bunch of them, right, in the description so you can find all of them. Some of them actually have paid, like Coursera has like monthly subscriptions, so you might pay like $35 a month. Cargo is completely free. Some of them are free, while some of them require some kind of subscription, but nothing that would break your bank. Like it's usually very affordable. Like Udemy, you can get one for $10 a month. They're just different courses that you can take online. The reason I am emphasizing on beginner, intermediate, and advanced is because I want you to figure out where you are. You don't want to take an advanced course when you're a beginner and then you're struggling, right? Take a beginner course if you're a beginner. When you get to intermediate level, take an intermediate course. When you get to advanced level, take an advanced course. You can only jump and take an advanced one if you feel like you already know the beginner, intermediate things well, and you're going to succeed in an advanced course. With most of these courses, all of them would have courses in artificial intelligence, most of them will have courses in data, most of them will have courses in AI. This is the best place for you to start. because it helps you to start to explore. You might explore DevOps and be like, nah, this is not for me, it's too technical. You might explore data and be like, I kind of like data, I can do data. You can explore cybersecurity and be like, I like security, I want to work in security, right? I want to help companies with their data security, with, you know, other aspects of security and privacy and things like that. You might explore governance and be like, I like governance and ethics, you know, I get to interact with people, I get to be on a board, things around those lines. You can choose to do governance. There is also engineering, you know, you could be like, I like building, I'm a builder, I like building things, I want to be an engineer. There's also like a course for you there. So it's really great for exploratory purposes without any strong commitment, because without any heavy financial investment, because you're not paying a shitload of money like when you go and enroll into college. Now, I want to add that I'm not saying that college is not an option. There is a place and a time where you go to college. If you don't have any degree, I recommend you going to college. Get your degree team. However, I think that these resources are best for people who already have degrees. I don't think that it makes sense for you to go and get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees when you can just go and use a resource and upskill. You don't have to upskill through a brand new degree. You can upskill through a bootcamp. You can upskill through learning materials. You can upskill through resources. And even in your organization, if you think about it, when you're working on the job, if there is a situation where you guys are bringing in a new technology to the job, to the company, what happens? They bring in somebody to come and do trainings. They don't send you back to school. There are situations where they send you back to school, but not every time. They send you back to school when maybe they want you to do deep research, when you need that formal education. But if it's just things around like skills, like learning the tools specifically, these resources are perfect for you. They're good for you. You don't have to go and get a brand new degree. Just something for you to think about. Again, the technology landscape is consistently changing. I am really just sharing my perspective from just being someone who genuinely likes the space. And I feel like tech has kind of given me a footing in my stay in the United States, and it has really been a blessing to me. And I'm happy to share this information with anybody that I know that it would be helpful for. So if you're just migrating to the US, I think tech is a really good place for you to start. It may not be as easy as it used to be in the past, but I still think it's a really good career path for you to venture into. If you graduate from school, explore roles that are technical, that require technical expertise. I think that there are really good roles for you to explore. So the last thing I want to add to this video is the project component. Projects are very important when it comes to technology. You literally cannot succeed without having hands-on. And even with all of these bootcamps, you're going to notice that they're going to ask you to do projects. It's project-based. A lot of the learnings are project-based. So I highly recommend that you build a project, get your hands dirty with a project, because that's the only way that you're really going to learn. If you keep learning with theory, it may not stick, but if you learn with a project, it sticks. So I highly recommend that you learn with a project. I'm going to end off this video with also saying that in my data analytics guide, I have a list of prompts where you can use the prompts to build out your first data project. So if you're interested in getting your hands on my guide, please use the link in the description and get a hold of it. And if you do buy the guide, thanks to all of you who have bought the guide. I really appreciate you. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section or on any of my posts. Do not forget to follow me across all social media. I am also like super happy to answer any questions you have around just navigating this world of data, tech, AI. If you have any questions regarding those, I'm happy to answer it based on my knowledge and expertise and experience working in the space. And as always, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.